Hey, gents. Well, I'm a little bit, and ladies, I'm a little bit tired, so I'm gonna not have a big opening statement here. I'll just say that that's a lot of work. There's a lot of nip and tuck out there today. A lot of nip and tuck, and so, geez, it's just it's. I'll let you guys ask the questions because I don't know how to wrap all that up, all 20 matches up in one opening statement.
Let's start here then. How did you see them, move on from that first duel to, then mentally get ready for that UNI duel?
This week we talked a lot about resiliency, and I told him, I said, we're gonna adopt a 2-minute rule here. So anything that happens good, you got 2 minutes to celebrate. Anything that happens bad, you got 2 minutes to sulk. But after that, we got to move on. So we talked about that two or three times this week. I just felt like it was fitting because of the way things kind of line up this year with dual meets and COVID and everything, that you've got to bounce back a lot quicker. It's one thing to lose on a Friday night and then you got a match on Saturday night. It's a totally different deal to lose at 11 and have to wrestle at 3. So I thought we did a good job competing and coming back.
What was your ultimate takeaway from those last 10 matches? I know that there were 2 duels today, but that was the highest scoring Iowa State UNI duel in more than a decade. I mean, there was a lot going on.
Yeah, there's a lot going on there. You know that when you wrestle Schwab's bunch, you're going to get everything and more, and that's what we got. So, it was a battle back and forth. I don't know if you're a fan or a sports writer. I'm guessing it was a pretty good dual meet to watch. From us, it was a lot of fighting for every inch. And, we were just a little bit better today, but they got a good squad and they came to Ames ready to wrestle. There's no doubt about that.
Hey, Coach, you mentioned that 2-minute rule there at the beginning. How important was that for a guy like Isaac Judge? He loses his first match maybe shouldn't have lost against a really good guy, and comes back and he starts fading again late, but then he turns it on late in the third period and he is able to pull that one out.
Yeah, I mentioned the locker room. I thought he did a really good job. We got together as a team about 3 o'clock. Again, before we went out against UNI, and just kind of going around talking to all the guys, asking all 10 of them if they were ready. And he kind of had a look on his face like somebody shot his dog or something. He wasn't too happy. And I told him, remember the 2-minute rule. You're way past that, so it's time to move on, and he obviously did. So, being resilient right now is important as we go down the tournament stretch as well.
What's it say about him that he is able to close that UNI match out?
He's done a really good job for us. I mean, good gosh, I think you look at the Oklahoma State match, losing that match at 25, the way we lost it, and then you look at the Arizona State match, losing the match at 165 like we lost it. We're an eyelash away from being undefeated, with the exception of the Missouri match, So, we competed well. He's getting better. He went as the 4th-ranked guy in the nation. He had him on the ropes and just, relaxed.
Absolutely. And then we've talked a lot about David Carr this year, about separating. I would say he did a pretty good job of that today. He got tech fall in a fall. What did you see out of him today?
Just domination. He's just he's putting it on himself this year. That's the growth of David, is putting it on himself to just go out, and when he's got the ability, which he's got the ability a lot of times just to kick somebody's butt, he'll kick their butt, So good for him.
He was able to get to his turns a little bit more today. Is that a product of him just getting more confident in his turns and his ability to get back points, or what'd you see there?
Probably just his work ethic in the room. The guy's always experimenting. There isn't a day go by hardly that he doesn't have his shoes on. Even on days that we have days off or we have just lift days. We have a lift day tomorrow. Probably David will get done with the lift, put his wrestling shoes back on, and go work on some technique. The guy loves to learn wrestling.
Gotcha. Thank you.
What'd you see from Julian Broderson today in both his matches?
Julian had a freshman day, just wasn't two pretty good opponents, young opponents like himself, and just didn't have the day that he wanted to have. I told him before he left here, I said, this is a process. It's really going to all boil down to how you come back tomorrow and how you come back Tuesday, and you can't can't hang your head, and that's easier said than done when you're kind of going through maybe a little bit of a slump. But I've been doing this a long time, and I've seen guys struggle kind of in January and February and then pull out of it at the end of the year. But, he's not that far off. That's for sure. He's right there.
What are the things that you expect to see from him tomorrow and Tuesday in practice?
Just, an eagerness and a willingness to continue to get better. And so far, I've seen that every week. That's been the pleasing thing about Julian is that, some guys come back and they kind of go through the motions the next week. Julian truly wants to get better. His skill set is he's got to get some more tools on his feet. We got to increase his skill set. So again, that just doesn't happen overnight. That's reps and reps and reps and confidence and reps and confidence. And so we're in that process right now. That's where we're at in his development.
In what areas do you think this team needs to improve on as a group?
Oh, that's probably way too long-winded of an answer. I think overall, we break things down a lot individually this time of year. So we'll have individual workouts with, kind of the main 12, 15 guys who we think are going to be representing us at the Big 12s. And those individuals will all be different, So that's kind of a hard question to answer. It's kind of, it's something that will really be a case-by-case coaching thing.
Where do you expect in 125 going forward?
125 will be interesting. We got a couple guys fighting for that spot. Not quite sure. Kyson Terrakina we think he's going to get back on the mat again this week. He had a shoulder strain from the weekend up in North Dakota. We got Ramazan Atasayov, our Russian guy, is on his way down to 125. So we're going to have some competition there. We're going to have some guys banging there. I think even Kabanban's going to be in the mix. So, 25 is going to get real competitive again.
Thank you.
All right, guys. Stay warm. We got COVID tests at 7 a.m. The beat goes on.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you, Coach.